Hi, thanks so much for dropping in again today. I'm going to continue our video practice of brain-based Qigong or neuroplasticity. This is now our third video focusing again on overall brain health. As we age, we really want to continue to exercise not just our physical body so that we have strong muscles and strong bones. We also want to exercise our brain so that our brain gets strengthened as well, and we're moving into older age again strong. And so we're going to engage in 4 new practices today that we haven't covered in the first 2 videos. The first movement that I want us to do is to extend your hands out as if you're stopping, and then draw them in as if you're framing, and then pull down strong. So out, frame, strong, out, frame, strong. And this is the first of 4 movements I'd like you to practice with me today. So as we're doing these movements, I want us to also be aware that the right side of the body, actually the right side of the brain that is, controls the left side of the body, and the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body. So as we do these practices, we're really trying to exercise what are called neurons, which are brain cells. When we exercise our neurons by doing things that are hard, doing things that really challenge us, it helps to strengthen overall brain health. Those brain cells actually reach out and they grab each other through a process called synapses, and they form new bonds. And it is the forming of those new bonds that develop neural pathways, new neural pathways, which again strengthen overall brain health, and so that we age again with greater ability to remember things, to concentrate, to be able to focus. So we want to engage in these practices. So that's the first practice that I shared with you. Again, working on neuroplasticity. The second practice I'd like to share with you, you're going to form beaks with your hands. So beaks, and then your fingertips touch. So you touch the fingertips and then take the right hand and tap it to the middle part of the left hand palm, and then do the opposite with the opposite hand. So again, you can do this practice as slow or as quickly as you want. The focus should not be on speed. The focus should be on making sure that your fingertips touch and that you're tapping on the inner part, the middle of your palm, because that's what we want to do is this practice. So that's exercise number 2. Exercises number 3 and 4 are very similar, but they're different. So exercise 3, if you're right-handed, I want you to go with your dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to do this with my right hand. If you're left-handed, that's your left hand is dominant. You start this practice with your left hand. So we start again by tapping, tap, 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 tap with the right hand as quickly as you can. And the left hand is actually going to touch each individual finger to your thumb. So each digit on your hand taps the thumb as you're tap, tap, tapping with your dominant hand. And whatever we do on one side of the body, we do on the other side of the body. So now we move to the left side, which is not my dominant side. So you again tap, 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 tap. And as you're tap, tap, tapping, the right hand again is touching each individual finger. Now as you do this practice, I want you to tap into how you're feeling. Are you noticing that your left hand is a little more glitchy, not as stable, not as fluid as you did with your right hand if you're right hand dominant? I noticed in my case, as I'm doing the tap and tapping on each individual finger, that mine is a little more glitchy. So what that means to me is that I need to do more work with strengthening the left side of my body. So that's practice number 3. Again, tap, 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 and touching each individual finger. Practice number 3, again, practice number 4 is very similar to practice number 3, but with practice number 4, you're going to take your dominant hand, index finger, and you're going to draw a circle counterclockwise. Clockwise is if you're standing straight up, it would be going to the right. Counterclockwise is moving to the left. So as we do this practice with your dominant hand, you're going to draw a circle with your index finger on your thumb that is counterclockwise. Counterclockwise, again, as you're now tapping on each individual digit on the other hand. Again, if you're right-handed, you're going counterclockwise as you draw the circle. And if you can, you want to go as fast as you can with the opposite hand touching on the thumb. All right, so again, we completed that on the right side of the body, so we move our attention to the left side of the body. You take your non-dominant hand and you're going to actually draw a circle on your thumb clockwise. Clockwise again, because this is your non-dominant hand. So draw a circle using the index finger on the thumb that is clockwise as you tap on each individual finger to the thumb. Now you may notice that this practice is a little bit easier than the tap, tap, tap practice. So again, those are 4 new neuroplasticity exercises or brain-based Qigong exercises that you had an opportunity to practice today to help strengthen overall brain health. And as we age, again, working the brain is as important as working the physical body. So I hope that you enjoyed today's practice, and if you did, I ask that you please share this video with others maybe in your family who are older, so that they again can continue working on their brain health as you continue to work on yours. And if you'd like to make any comments, please do feel free to share in the chat. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. So take good care of yourself.